Welcome to Growing Younger podcast, where we guide you through your journey of reaching your fitness goals after 40. Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Growing Younger podcast. And I'm very happy to welcome today Leslie Hocker. Now, Leslie is a well-known, globally known entrepreneur. She is a mentor, a speaker with over 4 decades of experience across wellness, skincare, healthy longevity, and personal development. So, a bit of an introduction for Leslie. So, for Leslie, success starts with mindset, and healthy longevity is the reward for living with intention. A lifelong student of personal growth, Leslie trains in NLP with Tony Robbins and has spent over 4 decades empowering others to build vibrant lives and meaningful businesses. From corporate executive to global mentor, she's launched multiple ventures and guided thousands towards confidence, clarity, and purpose. Alongside her husband, a doctor of pharmacology, Leslie leads the Youthful Aging Movement, helping others thrive at every age. Her message: strong minds build strong lives, and it's never too late to begin again. Welcome, Leslie. I'll let you take over and just tell me a little bit more. Tell me a little bit about your background.
Hi, Alex, and thank you for having me. I'm very excited. I'm very passionate about sharing healthy longevity, the ability for all of us to live long lives. My passion for that started when I was 16 because I was swimming 10 miles a day, lifting weights. Actually, we didn't have a gym like you think of today. The coach filled up tin cans with sand or cement, and we lifted those. But when you're swimming 10 miles a day, you're tired all the time. So here I am, 16 years old, tired all the time. And I really was thinking there has to be a better answer. And they were actually giving us for energy an iron supplement that was designed for elderly people to have more energy. And I do laugh because I've gone through various health phases. I was when I worked with Tony Robbins, he's big into health. He was a vegetarian at the time, actually fresh and raw. So I did that for a period of time. Stopped eating meat because I was eating 3-pound steaks by myself before, 4 hours of workout for that day, plus lifting weights. I mean, I had to stop eating meat. So I ate no meat for or fish or chicken for, I don't know, 25 years. And I didn't show up with an iron deficiency until I was in my early 40s. So, life has a way of working out, thankfully, because, they didn't know that much about diet, lifestyle, etc. And I just was doing what worked for me in my body. But that's what started my passion. So I went on, I swam on a scholarship at university. And when I graduated, I just kind of set all that behind and went to work in the petroleum industry. And there is where I started in personal growth, because I'm like the 5th or 6th female to get the degree I have. So I had all these men working for me. I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't have anyone to mentor me, which is why I do love working with especially women, but mentoring people, that's such a key. And so I started studying. I need to learn how to communicate with people. I need to learn more about myself. And so that's how those blended together. And then somewhere in my mid-20s, I figured out, oh, wait, all those lessons I learned from being athlete, setting goals, competing against myself, mindset. That was when the Russians were doing all the work with mental rehearsal. And so I
Okay.
actually did that as a teenager. If you were
Right.
sick, you did an hour-long workout in your mind, and your body doesn't know the difference. So
Mhm.
really a convergence um, of a lot of things. And then when I got to the executive level in corporate America, I said to myself, well, at a young age, late 20s, I said to myself, okay, this is fun now, but I am not going to be going to work in the dark and home in the dark working weekends in my
Mhm.
50s. And so I need to start a business. And that, led one thing to another. So
Sure.
it's a been an interesting journey.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I guess a lot of these skills that you learned back in the, those sort of really young days, they are transferable to running your own business and helping others, mentoring, all that kind of stuff, isn't it? What's your take? Tell me a little bit about your take on longevity. So, I mean, people tend to live longer these days due to medical breakthroughs. But to me, longevity is not just living longer. It's not just literally legally staying alive. It's also about having the quality of life go with it. What is your take on that?
It's interesting that you say that because my husband, who's a doctor of pharmacology and my business partner, uh, and one of my brothers, who I'm in business with also, he is let's see, he's got like 3 degrees: chemistry, biochemistry, neurophysics. I always mess it up. And we we always work on looking at the latest research, et cetera. I know that's kind of crazy, but just longevity hacks,
Mhm.
or longevity is how he has informed me it's supposed to be pronounced.
Interesting.
And one day he shared a study with us and he said, this is on healthy longevity. And I said, it's healthy longevity. And I, you know, when he said to me what he said, and hopefully this helps your audience, and I'm laughing at myself because it makes perfect sense. Like you were just saying, we all are focused on living a long life, but who cares if you don't have your health? It's like my success
Mm.
in business is nothing if I don't have my health. So,
Yeah.
healthy longevity or longevity is what you want to focus on because it's the quality of your life.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of things that people can do that are so common sense that will help extend your lifespan.
Hmm.
And I will say this, one of the companies that I'm an affiliate for, and I'll recommend the sister company to all of your listeners, is the CEO and founder. He started a company called Live Happy. And this was in 2013, and took all the latest neuroscience research on success and showed that happiness comes first and then success. And so it's about living happy. And
Mm.
that's what the Blue Zone research shows. It's not really so much about diet
Right.
as community, as that's why some people ask, I've had people ask me, why are you still working? Why aren't you retired? I'm like, what, what would I retire from? I help people look their best, feel their best, have more energy, have fun, travel the world. I mean, I don't see that as work.
Yeah.
And so I, my husband and I laugh sometimes that hopefully, probably most of the people that I know would not be watching this, but I might be wrong. But sometimes it's like, my God, people our age are boring. It's like my mother and I went to Prague when she was 92 and she outwalked me. So
Mm.
my part of my passion is to help people understand age is just a number.
Yeah.
It's a lot of it is what's between your ears and how you perceive aging, being kind to yourself, but doing things that'll help. support your future self.
Sure. Yeah. I think what we're seeing now that people are living a lot longer anyway, I think we're seeing this quite a big split between, again, people who are might be in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and there's the one group they're doing so well. You wouldn't know that they're whatever they are, 75 or 80. And they're doing like they're physically active, they're enjoying life, they're doing all sorts of things, traveling, everything else. And there's other group which struggles to go up flight of stairs. And I think, I mean, genetics does play a part for sure, but I think a lot of, or probably more, the bigger part is really the lifestyle, isn't it? This is how you look after yourself, not just the last 5 or 10 years, but the whole, pretty much the whole life. And I think, part of our mission is to actually make people aware of that, to actually start looking after themselves. The earlier, the better.
It,
Yeah,
it's and you're 100% right. Is It's not just about genetics. It's about actually. Uh, well, here's a tip that I teach people, and that is when I don't want to go to the gym, when I don't want to do things that I know are good for me, it's a slight edge. It's all the little things that I do when no one's looking, but it's my future. I say to myself, "Oh, my future self will thank me for this,"
mm,
and so it's a very powerful motivator
yeah,
because I want to be traveling in my 90s. I want to be doing things in my 90s.
yeah,
So it's definitely your future self is something to think about.
yeah. Well, see, I think you're alluding to I think what's known as a delayed gratification, isn't it? You're doing something that's hard now that you may not feel like going to the gym. Most people don't really like gyms. Let's face it, right? So you do something that you potentially don't particularly like, knowing that this is going to have a positive effect on your life further down the track. And for a lot of people, they would rather sit on the couch and snack on biscuits, right? So and that actually kind of leads us to our next little topic is the mindset. So I understand you've done a lot of training in the area, the NLP, which is quite amazing. And again, my take on mindset is that it's a make or break. We help a lot of people lose weight, get strong, basically achieve their fitness goals. And I find that most of the time, the biggest obstacle is the mindset because most people roughly know what they need to be doing, but it's the actual doing of it day to
Mhm.
day is the issue.
Yes.
It's the
Mhm.
demotivation, the life gets busy, they get distracted, all these things. The mindset is what keeps you on track. So, do you have any specific tips on how to help people stay focused on what they're trying to achieve?
I it's really the mindset comes from your habits.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think all of us tend to look at, are we disciplined? Are we not disciplined? Oh, people have said to me, oh, you're so disciplined. I'm like, not really. I track my habits. Just like you track your key performance indicators for business,
Yeah.
you I learned at some point that I needed to track my habit of drinking water. I did that for 90 days just to get a really good idea of the awareness that I would get busy and wouldn't drink
Mm-hmm.
enough, which is a
Yeah.
huge key for health. But the habit of one of my mentors, Paul J. Meyer, he came from nothing. His family were traveling farmers, I think itinerant farmers, built a $2 billion company when he passed away. It's still in existence. And he always talked about the attitude of habitudes. So it's habitudes.
Mm-hmm.
And if people would just say, "Oh, I'm disciplined. I've just been disciplining in an area of sitting on the couch," and just stepping back and looking at what you're doing without that critical voice, without that, where all self-critics. And
Mm.
so I always coach people, be kind to yourself. But it's tracking your habits, and it's the little habits. So what I finally came up with, I used to laugh, Alex, and say, know your limitations and work around them. Now, I'm not advocating people focus on their limitations. It's just I do get busy. I have a lot going on. So I wasn't drinking enough water during the day. So when I get up first thing in the morning, because your blood thickens at night, that's why a lot of people have heart attacks in the morning, is they don't have enough liquid. I mean, just those small things. So when I get up first thing in the morning, I head to the kitchen, I get some water with lemon or water with salt, but I drink 20 to 24 ounces, which that starts off that way. I'm fully hydrated and it helps get me to my goal in ounces. And so that's a habit that has served me really, really well.
That's amazing.
It also
Yeah.
helps you look younger and move better.
Yeah, no, totally. It's actually interesting that you talk about habits because what we've discovered, so in our little fitness facility, we basically, as most in most places, you get people who do really well. I mean, most people do, they achieve some level of progress, right? But there are people who do extremely well, and there are people who don't do as well. So for years, we thought, okay, what is the difference? What separates those people who do extremely well? They lose 20 kilos, they get so much stronger, all these things, and these others who maybe just have a mild improvement, right? So we did a bit of research, and we actually found that people who track their goals, so all it means is that looking at your piece of paper or cardboard and ticking them off as you go, right? So you have the actionable goal, like you said, drinking 8 glasses of water or more, going for a walk in the morning, ticking off those little goals is what keeps those people successful, and those who are less successful, they don't do that. So
And
that's living proof, right?
yes, and it's so that was an awareness that I came to on my own, and it was because of my business habits. Because again, uh, Paul Meyer is a mentor. He was like, if you don't track it, you can't measure it.
Mm,
And so and so that the tracking brings awareness. It's the same principle in business. The tracking brings
yeah.
awareness. Awareness leads to change. Awareness gives you clarity, which leads to change. And it's the same. That's really how I've been able to, as I'm talking with you, parallels between my business life and my health, personal journey life really ended up merging them together. And I do, when I plan my week on Sunday, I map out. I, I've learned that if I don't set appointments for myself, that I don't go to the gym, I don't go to yoga, I don't walk,
Mm, yeah.
and I adjust my daily my habit is the habit that I have is doing something every day for at least 20 minutes. Sometimes it's longer because it's an hour, 15-minute yoga class. Sometimes it's 30 minutes at the gym. This morning I walked for 20 minutes because I've been going full tilt in this. I was like, I don't even want to walk with weights today. I just want to.
Yeah.
And so I came to that conclusion on my own that if I didn't track myself, so on Sunday, I look at the week and all the different appointments I have, and then I schedule, I look at different classes and what I can do, or maybe it's a walking day,
Hmm.
and I schedule it. I literally will write weights, walking, yoga.
Yeah.
It and that's how I make it happen because I value my health as much as I value my business.
Oh, success habits are transferable, right? It doesn't matter if it's business, health, relationships, coaching, they're all the same. The habits are the same, right? So
Yeah.
creating habits, planning in advance, booking time for things that are important for you. Um, but yeah, no, great. So let's talk about beauty a little bit. So obviously that is your specialty as far as I understand. Um, tell me, yeah, well, tell me just the beauty, particularly after 40. Well, how important is it? I guess that is important for things like confidence and where do you, what can you offer?
Well, I will say this. I actually, my journey as an entrepreneur has mostly been in wellness. And uh, I recently realized that no amount of good nutrition, diet, or exercise prevents gravity.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, ooh, oh, I want to look as young as I feel. And so I do believe in activating your youth from the inside with wellness. There's a lot you could do for the health of your skin, for the health of your hair. And I share what I do with people if that's what they want. But my most exciting piece is I've partnered with a company that has a new discovery in it's literally skincare that acts like a treatment. And it's a natural plant alternative, plant peptides, plant stem cells with a biostimulator that trains your skin. It's like taking your face to the gym.
Mm.
So it trains your skin to lift and fill and plump itself. It's a natural alternative to neurotoxins and fillers. And I've never done any of that. I was, I'm anyone who's actually watching this, I'm not wearing any foundation. I was a lifeguard and a swimmer. I had a lot of discoloration. So I was looking for something that would clear my skin and was actually healthy for my skin. So that's the challenge in the beauty industry is you have performance products that have a ton of chemicals, or you have clean products that don't get results.
Mm-hmm.
And women are having to choose, and men. I've got this latest innovation, which is a natural topical.
Uh-huh.
It's actually just two pumps in the morning, two in the evening. It's an elixir, goes on under a day or night cream. All my guy friends are like, yes, I want it because forehead lines,
Mm-hmm.
under the eye, the tightening. So it's exciting. It's important to me if I'm partnering with a company for it to be science backed. And in third party clinical trials, in 12 weeks, 100% of people saw visible results. And we all talk about collagen, and I do take clean marine collagen, but because I've continued on, I don't eat meat or chicken, but I do eat fish. So I do clean marine collagen, which helps my body from the inside. But this builds collagen in your skin by over 1,200% in the
Mm-hmm.
clinical trials. And it's crazy. And it's all plant sourced.
Sure.
So I'm excited about it because literally when you look your best, you do feel your best. And it gives you more confidence to be out there in the world doing things. Um, Alex, I have to share this because for decades I've shared tips on wellness, on healthy eating, on all of those things like you do with your clients. None of my friends were asking me, what are you eating? What are you doing? But uh, when they started using a quality product and they started looking better, then people started calling me saying, okay, what do you eat? What are you taking?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, this is backwards. Now I think younger generations are more focused on health, but 20-year-olds are getting full face Botox. And
Wow.
it's like it's it's
Scary, isn't it?
men, young men and women. And it's like your future self is not going to be happy about that.
Oh, that's
So
right.
I'm blessed because I've never done any of that. I've been able to my before and after photos are pretty crazy because loss of volume here, tightened. I don't know if I sent you those photos or not.
Wow.
I may or
No,
may
look,
not have.
yeah, look, you look. You told me your age before we started talking, and you look a lot younger than that. There's no doubt. For those of you guys who listening and not watching, yeah, no, Leslie definitely looks a lot younger than her actual age. So there must be something in it for sure. But when I saw you sent me a bit of information about your product, and yeah, when I saw the clinical trial finding of increasing the collagen content of under your skin by 1200%. It's like, is this a typo? Is this an error? Is this for real? But no, there's actually a clinical study that proves that that is actually the case. And the cool thing, like I said, it's all natural, so it's not, you're not putting any kind of toxins that it may sort of be
And
detrimental for
and
you later.
and I will say that the closest thing to that a lot of women are doing are fillers, and one is like over 2 months they get 65% increase in collagen. One of them is 400% over several months, and this is 1200 over 1200%, and it's a fifth of the cost.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's like I just and for people that already are, I'm not judging. I'm just saying that if you want to think about the health of your skin, something like that could augment. So we actually have med spas that are promoting it along with their
Mhm.
procedures to help extend the life of the Botox and fillers. And then there's clients like me that I've never done any injections, and I don't plan to. And I don't see how I could do that with my promoting health and wellness because those are neurotoxins. Even if
Yeah.
it's being promoted by a doctor, it's still neurotoxins.
Yeah. No, totally. Okay, very cool. So if people live in, say, New Zealand or Australia, where do you get these things from? What do you guys have?
I actually, if you go to my website, lesliehocker.com, and you could just put your name and email address. I can get you info because it is available in Australia and New Zealand, which is very exciting.
Amazing.
And I also can offer, uh, starting very soon, the ability to scan your face so that it tells you what areas that you need
Yeah,
extra care for. Is that a good way to put it?
yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Like
Okay.
mine was under my eyes,
Right.
you know, that
There's a way of
saggy. And
diagnosing it, right? Is that,
yes,
yeah.
uh
Mm,
that we could do over the computer phone. And also this area is where, that and neck works on your neck too.
yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Well, look, guys, if you want to improve your beauty, this is that this could help you. So
Like confidence, I call it confidence in a bottle.
amazing. And look, a lot of our clients and also our listeners, the confidence comes up all the time. It's just, so I guess part of the reason why they want to lose weight and get fitter is because they want to feel more confident. So I guess that's just another aspect of it that is also important.
And
Because
as a
yeah,
man, you may never have thought of it that way, but it is a big part of feeling confident because I'm not going to say good or bad. It just is the way our society is. People
yeah,
judge that. And uh, that's why the growth of men getting Botox has increased because they want to look younger so they keep their job.
wow,
And so this is a natural alternative to having to do that. So I love being able to give people a gift of confidence.
the other thing I just want to bring up as well. So that there are no injections involved. So there are no needles.
No.
You just basically just it's a topical thing, is that you just put on your skin and it's sort of.
Needle-free, risk-free, comfort of your home takes 30 seconds in the morning, 30 seconds in the evening. If you don't have
Mhm.
30 seconds, I don't know what to tell you. It's pretty amazing. And I use it under an amazing day and night cream, the
Right.
three. We have what we call it a fill, lift, glow set, because you're training the muscles in your face to lift and fill and plump themselves. So you're taking your face to the gym. So if you're already working out, working to grow younger, you might as well activate the muscles in your face and let the topical treatment do it for you. So that's why I said it's skincare that acts like a treatment.
Amazing. Sounds very, very promising. No, that's good. Thank you, Leslie, for sharing all this information with us today. I really appreciate your time. And just tell me the website again.
That's my name, lesliehocker.com. LESLIEHOCKER.com.
Perfect.
And you fill out the info, and I think it has a place for a comment. Just say you'd like the free skin scan, and I'll get that out to me.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you so much, Leslie. I will probably conclude on that. Hopefully you guys picked up some useful things for you, and I will speak to you on the next podcast. Is there anything else you wanted to add right at the end, Leslie?
I just want to say that, as I shared with you before we started, my mother and I went to Prague. She was 92. She outwalked me, and all, she had been doing was for years walking 5 to 6 miles a day. And Alex, when she was 76, she did start going to the gym and lifting weights. So, you know, it's it's I tell people you don't get to say you're old until you're 100. My mom's 101, and
Mm,
she's old.
yeah. No, that's crazy. Yeah. Something to
It's all
learn from.
perception. It's all
Yeah.
perception.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. So how you look after yourself, and yeah, very, very good. Okay. All right, Leslie. Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time. All right. Take care.